Before we get into the latest testimony, you need to understand the stakes. The Clansman gang trial, often called the One Don trial, is one of the most significant criminal proceedings in Jamaica's history. At the center is alleged leader Andre Blackman Bryan and dozens of associates from Spanish Town. The prosecution isn't just looking at individual crimes. Under the anti-gang legislation, they are trying to prove the existence of a structured criminal organization that orchestrated violence and extortion across St. Catherine and St. Andrew. The case relies heavily on former insiders turned state witnesses to pierce the veil of that hierarchy. And today, a police witness added a crucial piece to that puzzle, detailing a specific 2018 operation that nearly caught the gang in the act. September 2018, Crossroads, St. Andrew. Police receive intel that a robbery is in motion. Let's break down the testimony of the detective inspector who was watching it all unfold. The witness stated that he, along with a team of roughly 14 other officers, were deployed to the Crossroads post office area. Their objective was specific: intercept a group of men who were allegedly planning a robbery at that location. The police had received intelligence that members of the criminal organization were moving in to strike. But, as is often the case in these high-stakes surveillance operations, the suspects were watching back. On the day in question, the detective inspector testified that he observed one of the accused men approaching the target area. However, the plan seemingly fell apart in real time. The witness told the court that the accused man appeared to spot him. The suspect abruptly turned back and was seen communicating with another individual, effectively signaling that the operation was compromised. The alleged robbery was aborted immediately. This moment is critical for the prosecution. It attempts to establish coordination and hierarchy within the group, showing that these weren't just random individuals, but a unit acting on instructions and reacting to police presence. Following the aborted attempt, law enforcement moved in. The witness testified that the police team intercepted and arrested 3 men at the scene. However, the legal outcome of that specific day was complicated. The detective inspector admitted under cross-examination that while the men were taken into custody and processed, they were later released pending further investigation into other matters. When pressed by the defense, the witness stated he was not aware if any formal statements were recorded from the men at that time, and he personally did not take any statements from them. This is a detail the defense will likely use to challenge the strength of the evidence linking this specific event to the broader criminal conspiracy. Why does this 2018 incident matter now, years later? It's being used to support counts under the anti-gang legislation. The prosecution is building a narrative that these men were facilitating a serious offense on behalf of a criminal organization. Even though the robbery didn't happen, the attempt and the organization behind it are what the Crown is focusing on. This testimony adds another layer to the timeline of alleged activities attributed to the Clansman gang during that period.